Hey, friend. Thanks for signing up to steal my code. I'm flattered that you want to know my secret, but the truth is, you probably could have figured it out. Before I tell you it, I'm going to share a little bit about myself. I have never felt like I fit the mold, not in school, not in my career, not at work, not at university, not with my friends, and especially not in business. And most certainly not online. I wasn't the loudest or the most polished, but I was always the one who knew how to make things work behind the scenes, away from the spotlight. I spent most of my corporate career doing exactly that, running operations, fixing breakdowns, building systems that made everything else run smoothly. And when I started my own business, I thought if I build something good, people will come. They didn't. Not because it wasn't good, but because no one knew. And no one knew what I was doing. No one knew how I could help them. No one even knew that I existed. And I assumed for a long time that my competence was going to speak for itself. And it didn't. So I started sharing. And at first, it was really bad. I was not trying to go viral or be a brand. I was just trying to be seen by the right people at the right time in that early stage. I consumed everything that I could about marketing and sales because that was my weakest link. I never had positions in marketing teams or sales teams. It was just not me. What I found were a lot of sketchy tactics, manipulative script, fake scarcity, just close the deal energy from the sales bros. I ended up investing a lot of time, money, energy, YouTube spirals with a lot of wannabe gurus teaching tactics that later I knew just didn't align with me. I did not want to embody any of that because it wasn't me and it was not my values. I didn't want people to see me as a marketer because I'm not a marketer. I'm a techie and I am a communicator. And I have built my career at the intersection of communication and technology, building teams and businesses on systems and automations and on infrastructure, not on my charm, not on snake oil, not selling used cars. Salespeople know how to say the exact thing to get you to move. They're wired to close the deal. And the thing is, I did not want to convince people to work with me. I wanted them to choose me because they trusted me, because what I was showing matched what I could do, and that was what they needed. So I stopped trying to market myself and I started telling my story. Then everything changed. And as soon as I did that, people started responding, not in a viral way, but in a very real way. I could tell people were really feeling what I was putting out there. People were reaching out to me, and I was not reaching out to them. They engaged with what I was posting. They commented. They reflected things back to me, like things that I didn't even realize I was revealing about me. Because when you tell the truth clearly, repeatedly, and in a way that connects with people, they start to see you. And when they can see you, that is when they can choose you. stories are the simplest, most powerful vehicle that we have to move people from, I don't know you exist, to knowing you, to liking you, and then to trusting you. They make you clear, they're real, and honest. For me, storytelling is the secret. You can have the best offer, killer resume, a beautiful portfolio, case studies, the smartest, most clever positioning, the cleanest systems, and the fanciest funnels. But if no one feels it, they won't act on it. So story is what gives you context. It's the signal that makes your expertise relevant, your voice becomes memorable, and your authority almost becomes tangible, all while staying true to who you are. And when you tell your story the right way, it doesn't just unlock visibility, it activates it. You start getting in front of the right people at the right time when you tell the stories that you want to tell or that you need to tell. And the thing that makes stories perfect is that they are unique. It's what makes you you. It's your differentiator. It makes you stand out naturally. Storytelling gave me a way to show my value without performing. Instead of saying, I am strategic, I shared a story where my strategy solved a problem. Instead of saying, I am credible, I told a story that made it obvious that people could trust me. The right story does something that fact cannot. They resonate, bypass the brain, and hit in the heart. It shows, not tells your authority. And it mirrors back to the reader what they want to become through your lived experience. It allows you to own your expertise without declaring it. And it aligns the way that you show up to the world with the work that you're meant to do. If you're a founder, consultant, fractional leader, or looking for an opportunity, and you're great at what you do, but you've been told you need to put yourself out there, but that makes your skin crawl, I want you to try storytelling. You don't need to pretend like you're somebody that you're not, and you don't need to exaggerate results, and you don't need to write a perfect case study. You just need a system and a strategy that lets you show up as yourself while building your visibility, trust, and credibility over time. Storytelling is how you go from invisible expert to a visible authority. Not by shouting, not by performing, but by being honest, intentional, and strategic, and doing it consistently. Storytelling is not a tactic. It is not a hack. It is your asset for trust. I hope that was useful. Now let's go tell some stories.